Now then, just another little tester video. So I ain't got a clue about these bloody settings and stuff. Still need to get my centre selfie stick sorted out and all. This is what was my really local canal. It's just over a bit further down there to the right. It's where my old school was. This is part of that other canal, part of the canal on that other video I did, that other short video, but further down. And this is where I spent many a year during my childhood, playing, making tree dens, making rope swings, bird egging. I'm sure that's frowned upon nowadays. Shooting air rifles, although I hasten to add we never shot any wildlife. Again, in those days you could get away with walking around with a pellet gun. And yeah, this here, I don't know if you can see remnants of it where this bridge is. This is where a lock used to be back in the day when it was still in use. I suppose that's part of it there, the wall. And yeah, this has been turned into a little bit of a nature retreat, which is quite nice. It's quite nice to see that it's not been burnt, littered with rubbish. Well, still a bit, I suppose, or got graffiti all over the bench, as is usually the case nowadays with the little shits. But yeah, that's my bike. I went to that then taffy. Yeah, anyway, that's my bike. I think I've got to learn not to move the camera about so much. I think I've got it on stabilisation, which I didn't have on the last short video I made. So it'd be interesting to see what difference it makes, if any. Like I say, I think I'm still probably panning around a bit too quickly, but should be a lot easier to move about once I get a selfie stick. Now this here will lead down towards where I used to live. My parents' old house, which was a lovely house. Private road down to it, 3 houses, ours was at the very end, and we was basically surrounded by fields. So as you can imagine, as a child, that was absolutely fantastic. This goes into this little woodland here. This should get wider out. I mean, it's probably more than 20, well more than 20 years since I've been down here, probably 30 or more. But it should widen out. But that was part of the old railway. Well, one of the many old railways that was dotted around this area, because we had quite a lot of coal mines here. One of which, the local one, which was funnily enough opposite the school I told you about, what I went to, was where my father did his apprenticeship as an electrical engineer. He spent many a year working for the National Coal Board, then down the pits. But yeah, this was a railway line here. I can't remember where it went. I think it went along and then up to another village, and from there I'm not sure. But yeah, there was many of those, and of course many of them have now been turned into cycle paths and for walkers and that as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm going to get my bike and I'm going to have a walk down here, see if I can still get through. I should be able to. There should be a public footpath there still. See if we can see my old house where I grew up in. So yeah, So let's go for a walk. Should be saying go for a ride really, shouldn't I? But like I say, it's a bit difficult when you ain't got a bloody, what do you call it, a selfie stick, whatever. Let's take a walk down here, see what we can see. You'll have to excuse me guys, this is all new to me, I don't know what to bloody say. Is it better to keep rambling on, or is it better just to keep your gob shut and let people see where you're going? I suppose it depends how boring you are really, doesn't it, and what you're saying. Anyway, hope everybody's alright, keeping well, staying away from that pandemic, which anyway, I won't get into that. The people who know me know my feelings on that, hence why I'm well, you can't see, but I'm not wearing a mask. Pointless out here anyway, but I'm not wearing a mask anyway, to be honest. Right, so that's the fields down there. I don't know if you can see, probably not as good as a decent proper camera or a GoPro, but yeah, there's a village, the actual village is up that way. Because I actually, even though I grew up in the village name, I wasn't, if you know what I mean, I wasn't actually in the village itself. I was kind of on the outskirts of the village, but it was still a very pleasant place to grow up. This here, I don't know if you can see how overgrown it is, pretty as it may look. That used to be quite a decent field, and we'd often be playing football on there, or if you're American watching this, soccer. So I remember rightly, on this side there used to be like a bit of a pond somewhere down there, I think, where I used to go shooting my little air rifles. Sure, that's not very impressive with you Americans, like, but hey, we're in Britain, you know what they're like for gun laws over here. But yeah, I think, is this the, yeah, see if we can see my old house. I'm not going to bother going through these fields because I'm going to go back on the canal and have a ride a bit further up there. But let's have a look. Oh God, no, you can't see bugger all, it's all overgrown. My God, it's overgrown. Jesus Christ. Bear with me. Christ almighty, this is overgrown. Well, you're not going to see it, I'm afraid, but you can see like a little path there. Well, there's a field that side, which was always horses. Field that side to the fence, which there is still some horses up there. Of course, this used to be always open, this side, without this fence, so sometimes when they had a bit sketchy horses in, I didn't used to like walking through this field, because next door to us, you can probably just about make out that that was our next door neighbours, and that used to have stables built onto it, so there was a lot of people who used to keep their horses there. So yeah, so basically I grew up with the smell of horse manure, which is why nowadays I don't mind that smell, to be honest, because it always reminds me of my childhood. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to come down here another day when I'm on foot, I think, and walk along this path and get past so I can see the house hopefully. Right, check you in a bit, guys.